We on? Good evening and welcome to another episode of Dana Being Dana. I am your host, Dana Michelle, and we are live on Facebook and IntellectualRadio.com. Last week, online dating, and I am so happy to hear about all the folks out there shooting their shot. Again, I will tell you, my advice is do not spend too much time on the apps. Quickly move off the apps and see what happens. This week, we are talking about a very personal show on a very personal topic. I have been floored this week by how many people who have shared their stories, who have identified with the topic of fibroids. I'm wearing my shirt, not fat, fibroids, hey. And I want to talk about, see, I told you how to turn your phones. That's my phone. That's my phone. But anybody who's calling me right now does not really love me because if they love me, they know what I'm on a show right now. So thank you for calling. But anyway, when I posted, and I've been posting about fibroids since my diagnosis last year, I've been surprised by how many people, this is very common. It's much more common than I thought it was. And so I just appreciate everybody who has shared their stories, who have talked about what's going on with respect to fibroids, who's sharing the video right now. Hit your share button, share the video, because I think if you have not experienced fibroids yourself, you know somebody who has. And this is something that people don't talk about. We'll talk about Kardashians all day, but fibroids, not enough. So I just think it's important for us to have this discussion. And I invited some of my favorite people. You guys have been riding with me on this story since the beginning. I got diagnosed last year. I knew I had fibroids, but they became a problem for me last year. And when I first started posting about it, you all were the people who responded. And I've got my doctor who I've been working with, and we'll talk about our story here. But I just wanted to thank all of you because now we've been talking about this show for months, and now here we are. So I thank you all for being here. Please hit the share button. I'd like to introduce everybody. So we'll start with you, Dr. Tokari. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much, Dana, for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for being here. And it's so funny because, as when I was going through my own diagnosis, I was like, you've got to be on the show.
Yes,
I was like, feet, legs in the stirrups. Like, you got to be on my show.
Under sedation.
Under sedation. Are you going to be on my show?
Be there.
But I thank you for coming. I really appreciate you being here. You are with Charles E. Miller, MD and Associates.
Correct.
And you guys just do a fabulous job. I mean,
Thank you.
I appreciate the whole practice and all that you all do, your staff and everybody has just been incredible for me personally.
Thank you.
And when I started posting about this, not only were your pictures fabulous, but many people spoke very highly and very fondly of your practice, which is fabulous. Can you tell us a little bit about what you all specialize in?
Yeah, so Dr. Charles Miller is actually my employer, and he has been my mentor for over 16 years. He is a reproductive endocrinology and fertility specialist, but his true passion is not only in just getting women and couples pregnant, it's also in treating women and giving them more options than what has been traditionally out there. So he was one of the first surgeons in the Chicagoland area to pioneer laparoscopic surgery. And I had the fortunate experience to train under him in residency. I went off and did a fellowship in minimally invasive surgery, and I've been his partner for nearly 12 years now, focusing on women's healthcare, gynecology, and minimally invasive surgery.
And in short, laparoscopic surgery is what?
Making big cuts inside the abdomen. We are able to do surgery through small little incisions and take out the pathology or whatever is bothering the woman to treat it that way, so that the patient and the woman can go home the same day, then a big open incision. Not every procedure can be done this way. There are several options, and Dana knows that there's definitely options out there. And so we're just not an advocate for this procedure, but we're an advocate for women's choice. So when women come to us, we definitely speak about all options, and we try to find the right option that's suitable for that woman and her lifestyle and her family.
Thank you so much for being
My
here.
pleasure.
I'm very happy you're here and part of the discussion.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Sankare Jackson. I'm coming from Florida.
All the way from Florida.
Yes.
Now you know that is true love and friendship when somebody is coming from Florida to Chicago
in the middle
February.
of winter.
Yes. And I appreciate you, sis. I appreciate you being here. Tracy?
And I'm Tracy Weems, and I am local, and this is my second time on the show, so I'm looking forward to it.